from the heart and heartland of this great country. It's Dave Koller's America.
Can I ask really quick, who narrated that?
It's old school. I think it was a serious guy, not even an Air America guy.
Okay.
So that was like back from 04 or 05 or something. Mm-hmm. Okay, Dave put the video to it, I believe, but the guy who narrated it was like a professional. Okay, we need to get that guy back. Anyway, Dave Koller, the host of Dave Koller's America.
Yes, been forever, so I don't even know if people know what in the hell we're doing here.
Well, then why don't you let them know, Dave?
I could. What I do in this, usually you and Ben like to explain the game, but I can do it.
All right, here, I'll do it if you want. Okay, USA Today has that section, 50 states, short little stories, about a paragraph or so. No one reads it unless you're on a plane or you're stuck on a deserted island, in which case you read it 100 times. The one person who does read it, funny enough, is Dave Koller, and he takes stories out of there, 3 stories, and he can give us 4 towns, and we have to match 3 of those towns to the 3 stories. So we got to do our best in knowing America well enough to know where these stories are happening. Mm-hmm. Okay?
That's excellent. All right, well, let's just jump into it then.
All right. What are our 4 towns?
The 4 towns are Wausau, Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin.
W-A-S-A-U.
Please.
Wausau. Wassa.
Wausau. Okay.
Hins-
Wisconsin.
Hinsdale, New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
New Ulm, Minnesota.
New Ulm, Minnesota. Interesting.
And Belgrove, Louisiana. And don't worry, everybody playing at home, I repeat all this while everyone's thinking.
All right, you got to
Wait.
play along with this game, okay?
Wait, what was the 4th one?
The 4th one was Belgrove, Louisiana.
All right, so everybody got your paper and pen? You ready? Okay, now what are the 3 stories?
All right,
Dave?
story number 1. 2 men are dead after an on-the-job accident. They were crushed by a bulldozer. They tilted the bulldozer to fix a broken part, and the bulldozer collapsed on top of them.
That's tragic. We got to figure out where that tragedy
Apparently, Anna does not appreciate the tragedy of that.
happened. What's funny about it? Poor sons of bitches are dead now. Look at this. Look at this. No respect. No respect.
No, it's really sad.
No, it's really sad. Okay, keep
Well,
going.
who tilts a bulldozer and doesn't jack it up? All right, story number 2. This Greyhound racetrack has been in operation since 1958, but it's being closed due to the bad economy.
Greyhound racetrack. Bad economy.
Closing since 1958. All right, story number 3 is a 41-year-old woman is on trial for the death of her 11-year-old daughter for not treating her diabetes because the mom believed people get sick because they sin, and the only cure you need to do is pray.
Jesus, man. I hope they convict her. Okay, but that's not the point of the game. Okay, I got to figure out where that happened. Okay.
So while you're thinking, I will repeat. The 4 towns are Wausau, Wisconsin. Pardon the pronunciation. Hinsdale, New Hampshire. New Ulm, Minnesota. And Belgrove, Louisiana. And the 3 stories are the bulldozer that was tilted over and then collapsed on top of 2 men, killing them. The Greyhound racetrack closing due to the bad economy. And the woman who prayed to cure her daughter's diabetes and is now being put on trial.
Okay, I'll tell you. I started in this game. Are your answers locked in?
My answers are locked in, yes.
Okay, my answer locked in. I start, and I'll tell you, I wanted to pick Wausau, Wisconsin for every single answer. But ironically, I wound up not picking it at all. How does that make any sense?
Oh my God, that's incredible.
That's ridiculous. But the closest one in my mind was the bulldozer death, because let's be honest, it could happen anywhere, right? And I had it between Hinsdale, New Hampshire, where they were getting ready for the winter, and they're paving a road, and they want to make sure they got it right. It's in the backwoods. They didn't have the proper equipment, but they wanted to get it done, and then it fell on them. Or Wausau, Wisconsin, where something very similar was happening. Okay, but I decided in the end, yes, the winter's coming, backwoods, New Hampshire.
Okay, I went with Wisconsin. And I can't really explain it. I just had a gut feeling.
That might decide it. And that might decide it because we're both sure that it might be Wisconsin.
But if there's a tiebreaker, Anna loses because gut feelings are not allowed. You have to have a reason.
What do you mean? I don't know. How am I supposed to know? I don't know.
She's missing the whole point of this game. It's been too long. Okay.
People,
all right.
all right. I'll give you examples when we're finished.
Okay.
Okay. So now the second one is the Greyhound racetrack. This one I got. It's
What?
It's over. So I want to let Anna take a
Yeah.
shot at it.
I'd say Louisiana.
Okay. Why?
High population of greyhounds. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I thought Louisiana made the most sense.
Now look, she's going to get lucky on this, and if the first one turns out to be Wisconsin, I'm going to be pissed. Okay. Always go with your first instinct. Anyway, the Greyhound racetrack is in Louisiana. Okay. Where else are they going to do a Greyhound racetrack but in Louisiana, where they're going to have fun, they're going to be drinking, it's old school, it's a little fucked up, you know, and Louisiana has these crazy old traditions. They're not going to have a Greyhound racetrack in Minnesota or Wausau, Wisconsin. No way. No, it's Louisiana. That one's easy. Okay. Dave, what's the third one is the diabetes kid, right?
I said Minnesota. You know why? Because I watch Andrew Zimmern's show, right?
Oh, we got an answer.
Yeah, we have a good answer. And Andrew Zimmern did a special on foods in Minnesota. And there is a ton of really fatty foods in Minnesota.
No, that's excellent reason.
No, that's
No,
good
I'm
reason.
being
It's good
serious.
reason.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of cultural influences in Minnesota, and I forgot the name of this one food, but there's this one gelatinous, disgusting food that is widely known in Minnesota that people eat. Anyway, diabetes could be caused by eating unhealthy foods.
That's the spirit of the game. Now, again, she got lucky. It is Minnesota, not because of that reason, but because you have to find a place where there are religious zealots, okay, and that they won't take their kids to the hospital. And the place you find those is in remote areas, okay. And I know Minnesota has more, in the cities, very reasonable, etc. But in the hinterlands of Minnesota, there are
Yes.
some religious zealots, and they believe, no, God told me this, etc., etc. So they're not going to take their kids to the hospital. So in that case, it was New Ulm, Minnesota. How religious fundamentalist does New Ulm sound? Come on, please. It's over. All right, so Dave, now that we've given these theories and these answers, tell us, if it's Wausau, the first one, I'm going to be so mad. Okay, go ahead.
Well, what I'm tempted to do first is, if I had been playing, what my reasoning would have been.
Oh, sure, why not?
We've
Let's
never
have fun.
done this before. The diabetes, I would have said that's got to be in Louisiana, where people have crazy religious beliefs.
Uh-huh.
I would have said the bulldozer, I wouldn't know, so I'd say Wisconsin, because people up there are hardy. If the bulldozer isn't working, they're not going to go get something to jack it up. They're going to just lift it themselves.
I know, but that's so New Hampshire, too. Live free or
Yeah,
die.
it could have been New Hampshire, but I would have said...
Live free or get crushed by a bulldozer.
And the Greyhound track, I wouldn't know, and I would have been a pick-em between New Hampshire and Minnesota. I would have gone with New Hampshire.
Okay, that was exciting. But now you know that. It's just, so it's a little... Okay,
But
so...
I would have only gotten one right.
Okay, well, he's being fair and honest about it.
And
Okay.
which one?
Well, let's start with... it doesn't really matter what we start with. Let's start with diabetes, woman. That was in Wausau, Wisconsin.
Oh, disaster.
Disaster.
By the way, I think...
Oh, but that's even more disastrous for you. Okay, good. I'm in it. Okay. Uh-huh.
You know, there's a lot of fatty foods in all those northern states.
I
So you
know.
could have applied that reasoning to Wisconsin just as well as Minnesota.
And yeah, Wisconsin remote, but Wisconsin's a little bit more liberal. you
Yeah,
know?
and smarter.
Yeah. Actually, so is Minnesota. Minnesota can be quite liberal, too. Anyway, all right.
All right. So the bulldozer fell over on the two men in the south, of course, Belle Grove, Louisiana. Where else would you be stupid enough?
Disaster.
See, I was thinking of that because I was like, bulldozer death is stupid. Where do I always go with the stupid stories? The South, right? That's unfair and ridiculous, but that's what I think. But partly because I'm kidding. Anyway, we screwed this whole thing up. So the bottom line is...
No one got anything right. Shockingly, the Greyhound racetrack is in New Hampshire. Who would have guessed that?
apparently neither one of us. Okay, so do we have a tiebreaker since we went over and we are disastrous?
All right, this is a good one.
There
What
we
state
go.
did this occur in? We do it by you.
Whoever
I
names
guess
it
you
first.
just yell out the states until you get it.
Texas, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey.
You're going to be disqualified. You alternate,
Oh, you alternate. There you
but do it fast. A county supervisor in this state thought he was meeting two prostitutes from an online service when he pulled into the Shady Nook truck stop. But instead, he was arrested by the FBI.
It's too easy. Can I go first?
Yeah, go.
Yes.
Florida.
No.
It's always Florida. Damn
California?
it. Georgia.
New York?
Alabama.
Arkansas?
Tennessee.
God, I don't like games like this.
It's stupid.
North Carolina.
Oklahoma.
It's good that you're sticking in the South. There's not much left.
Te-
Yeah, go ahead.
Texas?
South Carolina.
Back to Anna.
Alabama?
He said that already.
Oh,
So do I get to go?
Sure.
Not much left in the South. Now I'm being a clown. Mississippi.
That's it.
God damn it.
I started all Southern. You know why I started all Southern? 'Cause one, it's a dumb story. Okay. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding for all of you in the South. No, Shady Nook. Where's Shady Nook going to be? It's going to be in the South. Okay. It was a crazy sex story. Okay. And it was a Southern name. So I thought Florida for sure, like Panhandle. Right. But when that didn't pan out, Mississippi. Anyway.
You won 0-0 in overtime.
Hey, listen.
This is like the World Cup.
Exactly. Am I still the champion of the world? Okay. This is like soccer. Okay. Sometimes that's how I'll take my victories any way I can get. Champion of Dave Koller's America again. Okay. Now, no one can dispute. You know, in the old days, we would all be like, "Oh, who won the last time? Who won the last time?" Well, we haven't played in so long. I definitely won the last time.
I can't wait to play Who's Down. Like, we got to play that on Monday.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because you want to know who's down? Anna Kasparian is down. Because I beat you in that game twice.
Yeah.
And I remember it clearly.
Can you tell that the loss has stung her? She's still reeling. She's like, you know what she's going to do secretly from now on? Give me that USA Today.
Actually, I thought about that throughout this game.
See? She's competitive, man. She really is. It's funny.